All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to me, Paul, and to all my friends. I'm joined again with my two mates from Ambush Brewing. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Paul.
Good to see you two always and to share a beer. Cheers.
As always.
What are we drinking? I know. You guys know.
Well, this is the Equinox Volume 6, so this is sixth iteration of the brew we've done for all my friends so far.
Yep.
We started this last year on the Spring Equinox, hence the name. It's now coming into a year for this brewing.
Almost a year, right? I guess it'll be V7 will probably
It'll probably be
we've got
bang
20
on it.
kegs here. That'll probably get us to mid-Feb.
Yeah, that's
At
it.
least.
Then we'll be getting ready to, so V7 will be the year anniversary. I look forward to that. That should be fun. We'll bring the camera out and brew them when we do that.
That's a good idea.
So I wasn't here for this brew. Normally I'm there when we're brewing the Equinox. I wasn't here for this one, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to ask these two lads here. But I do know that we didn't change much.
No, it's very, very similar to the V5 in regards to same grain bill, a little bit of a smaller batch this time around. The last one was a double batch. One of the interesting things we did find with the last when we did the double batch is that we got, again, that over attenuation. So on this batch, we really wanted to hit our mark below 5%. We were aiming for the 4.6 to 4.8 range. Nailed it right on the head at 4.6.
4.6. It's definitely a summer session beer now.
Yeah, and that change alone, I think, has changed the beer considerably. You're getting a lot more aromatic notes out of it now. It's not quite as, I like to use the word chewy. It's not a technical term at all, but it's a bit lighter. It's got a good dryness, and really the only other change we made, and this is kind of a bit of an issue, I guess, if you would ask me, but we couldn't get any Victoria. So
Yes,
Victoria
we're going to get round to that.
that was the hops that we'd been using along with Centennial and Citra for the last few versions.
Yes, because we changed. I mean, that was from V2 onwards.
Yeah.
V1 onwards, I think. V1 had
was,
the
Rye
Victoria in it. And it's been a very, very popular hop with a lot of craft breweries.
So we
especially
couldn't
in
use
Canberra.
Vic for bittering, so replaced with two other options, which were the
Centennial.
Centennial and the Citra.
The Centennial's already in the beer. We're using that for late additions in the boil, so they're more towards the aromas. And so what we've done is basically we've removed the Victoria, which we couldn't get a hold of, unfortunately, and replaced that with Centennial to the same bittering addition. So because the Victoria is quite high, alpha acid I think was 16%, and the Centennial is significantly less than that. So more volume in those bittering additions in the early boil of the Centennial rather than Victoria. And then we also slightly adjusted our dry hop. So we've been playing around with some interesting things with dry hopping lately. This one,
Tell me more.
we dry hopped. I've been looking at a lot of experiences, a lot of experiments, I guess, on YouTube and other professional places, talking about when's the best time to dry hop a beer. And if you're looking for that activation and that those chemical changes and good thiolization of your hops, there's a lot of evidence that shows that actually dry hopping at pitch when you're pitching your yeast does give you better thiol activation.
Yes, I mean there's that whole argument, I guess, between like the NEPA and the little cold IPAs, I guess, the New Zealand styles, but it's a completely different style, way of dry hopping the beer.
Oh, yes.
And I know from my own experience, it was very much, like the John Smith, like your books from the 90s and that everyone kind of read it when you were home brewing. It was very much just like high Krause, like you want to get that like bang. And if you want to make a very particular style of beer, a NEPA, it works really well. But if you want to accentuate different hops, not just maybe put in half a dozen or more, then you're only using two. I kind of agree. There's
And what also does, and certainly in our experience and the literature as well, is that you're actually clarifying the beer. The beer's going to be a clearer beer at the end of the day, which is what we're wanting. We're wanting simplistic, kind of
If-
pale.
If you had if you, for example, dry hopped at high Kraus, which for people at home is when the fermentation is most active, you'll end up with a lot more haze in your final beer.
Yeah,
Which is where you get like a hazy.
yeah, your hop haze and the protein haze. It doesn't get a chance to kind of level itself out.
Yeah,
That's right.
So more activation of the hops and less cloud in the beer. It's kind of a
Yeah, so
win-win.
the bioactivation is really important. I think this beer, it kind of really shines through. We're not getting that really punchy aromas that we got in maybe volume 3, volume 4, because we did the dry hop later.
Definitely more subtle. I mean,
Yeah.
I said that from the first time I got it. It's got like the grapefruit's there, and I think I
Yep.
used the word pithy for that bitterness,
Yeah,
and we're trying to use like chewy, that kind of like it's the body, the viscosity is the same, but the flavors that I'm smelling is completely different. I mean, if that's just the case of like Victoria's been taken away, and you're accentuating Centennial and Citra. And at 4.6%, I love the lime peel that comes off the nose. You get that dank citrus kind of aromas, but then when you put it to your palate, the malt sweetness comes through really clean. I mean, yes, it's clean, which gives the hops a little bit more to shine through. And I think the ABV has helped in that process
Definitely.
as well.
Yep.
I'm not too good at articulating why dropping the ABV has made some of the hops sing a little bit more, but to my palate, it definitely has.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
That I agree.
I definitely agree, yeah.
Getting
That's
some
the-
interesting characters coming through. With what you're describing as pithy, I get more of a pepperiness. I see what you mean
Yeah,
by
like
the citrus
pithies,
pith.
like a little bit of
I
spice.
get grapefruit.
The grapefruit is
Definitely
definitely. I mean, the grapefruit was always
It's always
there,
been
but
present,
it's like
yeah.
that grapefruit where you're like, you've got the grapefruit and it's sat in a car in 40 degrees for like an hour. Then you open the car, there's
volatile.
that doesn't smell right, you know. As we were talking before, like the beta acids that kind of get punched out. Then if you're just walking past it, you know, the Fishwick fruit markets, and you just walk past, like it's a different smell. Of, like it's still grapefruit, but it's not like hasn't had heat and
Yeah,
things. So like in
that
this one, it's much more. Lack of a better word, it's not artificial, but it's more along the lines of like, oh, it's not that dank grapefruit. It's the citrus side of aromatic kind of grape.
Yeah.
Freshly cut, sitting on a nice charcuterie board.
Yeah.
You know, that's the that's the vibe I'm getting. There's that little bit of lime peel, which is citrus again.
Yeah,
But it's definitely grapefruit. Grapefruit. Lime's down here. It's more an aroma to me. That's what I smell.
And the thing that I'm tasting that's missing from this was that white flower, that jasmine that Victoria gave it previously.
Floral
The
notes.
more
of Victoria.
floral, yeah, floral grassy notes
I'd say
more or less gone.
The summer version of the Equinox. It's like summer Equinox.
Yeah.
And it was by like it was by I guess by happenstance really because
It's not what we wanted to.
because they couldn't get Victoria.
Too popular.
Why is that?
Well, Ryfield, and
We
they're
only go
up-and-coming.
local when it comes
Yeah.
to hops. We don't like going to the big guys. HBA, I'm sorry, but we're not going to do it. And we don't like shopping overseas.
Ryfield's cool, turning all the crew down
Yeah,
there.
hell yeah.
Amazing.
Shout out to
Excellent,
them.
excellent experience with them, buying from them. And it's hands-on, it's family-run business, and they're striving for brilliance in a smaller crop. Which is kind of what we're doing with the brewery, is trying to strive for brilliance in smaller batches.
The batches.
What we didn't anticipate is that they'll be so popular.
I think
that
it's
we
a
couldn't get
it's a happy accident.
It's a happy accident.
Yeah, for sure.
And it'd be interesting, I guess, once we do the V7 after doing this, what exactly how you'd kind of add it back and
Yeah.
not to take away from what it's doing now. So I'm interested in. I'm very much looking forward to the V7, which
So
will be.
the V7, I was going to talk to you about this, but we may as well talk about it on camera as well.
Yeah.
The upcoming season for hops is coming up. We've been invited by Ryfield to head down there, help with their picking season.
Oh yeah.
Would you be interested in doing a wet hop
Of
or a
course.
very fresh hop version?
As long as long as it was fresh.
Yeah, that'd be super cool, man.
As long as it was fresh, like, because you got wet hop, then you've got like wet hopping that's like 2 or 3 days old, and it
Doesn't be fresh, no. It doesn't.
I've tried some good New Zealand ones where they're like it's wet, like it's like we picked it this week, but we wanted to wait till like there was a certain amount of moisture taken out. I'm just like, I can see what you're doing there. Like, you know, you get those really fruity, rambunctious kind of like candy flavors, which like, you know, Motueka or like those New Zealand hops are kind of renowned for.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to do a wet hop on an Equinox.
I think it's a good idea, and it'd be a good way to kind of celebrate the seventh version, seventh volume.
Because I think
And the birth of your baby as well.
if you asked us at like the second or the third, I think we were all like, nah, we'll get to like 6 or 7 and it'll just be no V's anymore.
Yeah.
We'll just have like the
Equinox.
Equinox ambush collaboration. But I think it's fun having a little bit of an experiment.
I agree.
It's not like we're changing, like, you know, we're not, you know,
The base of the recipe.
reinventing the
No,
wheel.
no, not at
We're
all.
just
The base of the
tinkering
recipe
little things, and it's kind of
completely
fun
the
when
same.
you're like, why? Like, well, we wanted to make the same beer, but we wanted to drop the ABV down, but now we get to drop the ABV down, and we can't use Victoria, so we're going to have to use the other two hops instead of adding another one, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
We were just like someone else, and they're like, oh, what's the closest thing that we could get? And it was like, no, we're already using Centennial and Citra. We'll just make them do the job that the Victoria's doing. So
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah. I guess we'll probably get to a V10 or 12. Double digits
Well,
this time next.
V8's got to be like full on. V8's got to be a double dry hop. It's got to be a double dry hop for sure. Because we'll do one at the start, we'll do one on pitch, and then we'll do one later on.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. There's plenty of options.
Yeah.
Plenty of
I'm
options.
just looking at the artwork for V8 now.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Someone has buyers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's not Great Northern. They won't drink it.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about the beer. We've talked about how it was made, what the differences were. We haven't mentioned yet that we have it on tap now. Obviously, we're all drinking it here. $7 schooners, happy hour, 4 to 6 every day. Besides Monday, we're not open on a Monday. Well, I'm here, but we're not open. So please come on down and give it a try. We've got, how many cakes have we delivered last week?
We've
Half,
got
12?
12, and I
12.
think we've got another 6 at the brewery ready to
I
go.
don't think it's going to last too long. I think it's actually going to be probably a month, maybe 4 to 5 weeks. And I think we're going to be running out. We might be doing V7 before the Equinox. Maybe V8 will be
V8 will be the wet hop version.
yeah, the wet hop year, the anniversary of making the beer. And it's just been so much fun doing it with you boys.
It's been a great
We were
lot.
trying to talk before about how many cakes we've made of the Equinox over the last year. It's got to be over 100.
Yeah,
got
I'd estimate
120,
about
130.
120.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun making the beers with you. It's been an awesome relationship, and I can't wait to make some more beers with you. So at that, I think
boys.
we'll finish our beers. Cheers
Appreciate
to all my
it.
friends, to Ambush Brewing, to everyone out there in YouTube land, Instagram land, Facebook land.
Come and try it.
Come give it a try. $7 schooners, 4 to 6 every day, besides Monday. I've been Paul. You guys have been you. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe.